The CDC has asked everyone to shelter in place. But what does that mean for people like us who live in a van and travel constantly?
How do you quarantine while living van life? In this video, we answer those questions and more, so stick around.
Typically, our travels in the States revolve around visiting national parks. Many of them are closed, and the CDC is asking everyone to avoid non-essential travel.
So instead of continuing our routes to the parks, we've been looking for a spot to shelter in place, and I'm not gonna lie, it hasn't been the easiest.
We were beginning to feel a bit like Goldilocks in our search. The first spot we tried had no cell service, which we needed to keep in touch with our family.
Yeah, the second spot was way too crowded, which would make it pretty impossible for social distancing.
And the third spot was too cold. There was snow in the forecast, and we're just not equipped to deal with that.
So finally we found a spot after 2 days that met all of our requirements. Temperate weather, secluded, no crowds, and good cell service.
Welcome to camp, aka home sweet home, for the next couple weeks. We've got a living room complete with fire pit and hammock, and of course a little lounge area for the dogs. Over here we have our yoga studio exercise room, and then, you know, our bathrooms over there somewhere. What you think, Luce? You like our new camp? Yeah? You want to stay here a couple weeks? Alright, if you say so.
So before we got to camp, we had to stock up on supplies. Now, we don't have the space for an apocalypse horde of supplies, so we have to shop mindfully. So for all the millions of followers we have, welcome back. For the new followers, if you don't know, we are plant-based. So we try to buy a bunch of stuff that we can store that doesn't have to be in the fridge. Luckily, there are plenty of vegetables that we can keep out, like butternut squash. Our tomatoes and citrus are here. We've got cabbage. Up top, we've got our garlic and ginger, more fruits and more potatoes and things like that. And those will last a really long time out, so that's great. And we have them kind of stuffed everywhere, so we've got more potatoes in here. You never know. And then we've got in our fridge is packed to the brim. I mean, it's Tetrised in there, but it's in there. And then in here is our very humble dry storage bunker, our old fridge. We made use of it. So it is also packed. We've got trail mix, pasta, dried beans, rice, noodles, like tons of things in there to last. So with all the food that we're able to store, we wouldn't have to leave this camp for probably like a month. We won't have to go back to the grocery store for a month. The problem is storing water.
So this is our freshwater tank. It can hold 33 gallons. We've already used about half of it. And we have some more reserves of water. We have this jug here that holds 6 gallons. And then we have an additional 7 gallons of water in some plastic jugs that we've been reusing. This is all of the water supply we have for drinking, for washing dishes, and for bathing. So when this is gone, we gotta go. We want to make this water last as long as possible so we can stay here as long as possible. So we've got to be really mindful when it comes to using our water and conserve whenever we can.
Have you ever had to do dishes with this kind of water flow?
We're bathed out of a bucket.
So what do we do during quarantine, living van life? We're going to show you. We do yoga.
We swing in the hammock.
We lounge around in our living room.
We read.
We collect firewood.
We take walks. We throw frisbee.
We sit around and listen to the sounds of nature.
We make and edit videos.
We make all the food.
We eat all the food.
We play games.
Rummy.
We dance in our PJs.
We Netflix and chill.
You, Carol.
We draw.
Draw me like one of your French girls. Wearing this. Only this. We write poetry. This one was from April 3rd. To summarize me now would be one hell of a pursuit. I've got daily infinities to speak about. Year 2 and our glory is just now trailblazing within these fingertips. My road to success, my road to recovery, the open road, the navigator and the narrator, a pair of lungs like self-made storytellers.
So that is what van life quarantine looks like for us.
We hope that wherever you are, you're finding some joy amidst the chaos. Stay safe, friends.
Until next time.
So, what do we do with our time?
How do we spend our quarantine days?
We become Siamese twins. We see how long we can stay like this before we want to kill each other.
This is fun.
This is what we do. Till you let us go, 2020. Draw me like one of your French girls. So,